Last week, Katie Couric ran a story on illegal immigration that skirted perilously close to the truth, a major no-no for network television. A Rand Corporation study was quoted that said illegal alien health care costs American taxpayers $1.1 billion a year. But that's either the new math, or something just doesn't add up here. Joe Riley, CEO of the McAllen, Texas Medical Center near the Texas-Mexico border, told CBS that his hospital alone provides over $200 million a year of uncompensated care. He doesn't say how much of that goes to illegal aliens, although he does share that 40% of babies born there are to illegal alien mothers. So who is talking about the cost of illegal alien health care? The New Jersey Hospital Association estimates that New Jersey hospitals spend at least $200 million annually. That alone is nearly a fifth of Rand's national figure. So we decided to go digging. And well, you just might want to sit down for this. Los Angeles County, $400 million per year. Arizona, the federal government reimbursed $92 million for 2 years of illegal alien emergency care. It helps, but doesn't come close to covering the total cost. San Diego County, $101 million paid directly by taxpayers last year, plus $155 million in unpaid medical care. Florida, almost 40 hospitals spent $40.2 million caring for illegals in 1 year. Colorado, Longmont Hospital lost $24 million, and Boulder Community Hospital lost $32 million for non-payments of illegal alien patients. Texas, taxpayer-funded health care for illegal aliens estimated at a whopping $520 million a year. We could easily go on, but let's stop and take a breath. Remember that the CBS piece quoted Rand's annual cost to taxpayers at $1.1 billion. Now let's compare that to the running total from the information we gathered from a fraction of the country, which stands at over $1.5 billion. Note to journalists across the country, you don't have to look very hard for this information. You just have to look. So much for so-called cheap labor. For greedy businesses who use low-wage illegal workers, sure, but not for hard-working Americans who are forced to subsidize their profit margins. And we really don't know just how much of a burden we're bearing against our will. The U.S. Congressional Budget Office admits that no reliable national figures exist. Hell, even Rand, whose numbers CBS asks us to swallow without question, says that getting accurate information is hindered by the fact that hospitals operate under a don't ask, don't tell policy when it comes to immigration status. And as infuriating as it is to know that billions of taxpayer dollars are being spent because our government refuses to secure our borders, that isn't even the worst of it. Reports abound of hospitals that are struggling to stay open, and plenty who fail to do so because of the burden of caring for illegal aliens. Obispo, Arizona hospital talks of having to ration care. Delaware reports that the insured pay higher rates and wait longer for emergency care. Americans are not only footing the bill, but also paying the even higher price of decreased service or no service at all. It's a steep price, no matter how you look at it. Don't you think we should have a say on whether or not we're willing to pay, with our tax dollars, our health, and our lives? The victim, a 3.5-year-old Florida girl. The criminal, Juan Tomas Pedro, 28, an illegal alien from Guatemala. The crime, sexual battery of a child under 12. The story. Pedro, one of Presidente Bush's willing workers, was an unemployed laborer who was staying with the little girl's family. On the morning of October 1st, 2005, he took the child into his bedroom, locked the door, and sexually assaulted her. Later that morning, the girl told her mother what had happened, and she called the police. The little girl said that Pedro kissed her on the mouth, pulled down her underwear, and penetrated her with what she called a big finger. Charged with a capital crime, Pedro avoided a life sentence by pleading to a first-degree felony. But don't worry. After we house and feed the scumbag for 25 years, our government promises to deport him. Of course, if our government had been doing its job, getting and keeping illegal aliens out of our country, Pedro wouldn't have been here to rape a 3.5-year-old girl. And that makes this crime what? 100% preventable. The victim, an Indiana woman. The criminal, Angel Hernandez, 31, an illegal alien from Mexico. The crime, rape. The story. Details are far from abundant with this story, which was only reported in one local news source that we could find. Hernandez pled guilty to a Class B felony charge for raping the mother of one of his children. He was sentenced to serve 15 years in prison and will, of course, be eligible for deportation once the American taxpayer is done footing the bill for the aforementioned 15 years. And how was this crime 100% preventable? Let me count the ways. 1. Hernandez came here illegally in the first place. 2 and 3. The dirtbag's criminal history includes convictions for DWI and battery. And 4. Hernandez was deported for one of those convictions 7 years ago, yet somehow, magically, miraculously, managed to sneak back across our fortress-like southern border. Of course, if our government, at any level and at any point in time, had been doing its job, getting and keeping illegal aliens out of our country, Hernandez wouldn't have been here to rape his own child's mother on American soil. And that makes this crime what? 100% preventable. Each week, we bring you stories that we call 100% preventable. Crimes committed by illegal aliens that would not have happened if our government did its job of enforcing our laws. We give you all the facts we can find about the victims, the perpetrators, and the crimes. But that's only half of what's 100% preventable. 2 weeks ago, we talked about Jamil Shaw, a 17-year-old Los Angeles high school football star randomly gunned down by an illegal alien gang member. Well, Jamil's family is fighting back. Last week, they went before the Los Angeles City Council to ask for Jamil's Law, an end to the city's sanctuary policy that protects illegals like Jamil's killer. And they shared the loss, devastation, and grief of an American family shattered by our wide-open borders.
We're devastated, even though it's been over a month. We are completely devastated that our son is gone. You know, it's just so bad for us that it's like we're starting all over from like we're a baby. We have to start all over again. We are we're just completely devastated. We don't know what to do. We're hurting. We're really hurting, and I'm sure everyone feels what we feel. And it's just, he asks me every day, Dad, I miss Jazz. He wants his brother. All he talks about every day is he wants to invent a time machine because he wants to go back. We want him back, but we can't get him back. And it hurts every day. I didn't come here for this, but it just hurts. It's just really painful that, we have to lose this boy like this.
You just witnessed the untold half of 100% preventable. American families are suffering this kind of grief on a daily basis. And why? Because our government refuses to secure our borders. And that makes the devastation of the Shaw family and every American family affected by illegal alien crime, what? 100% preventable. Thanks for clicking in to this week's episode of the Blogs4Borders video blog burst. If you like what we do and want to help us keep it up, feel free to put your money where my mouth is. Dash on over to freedomfolks.com and click firmly on the Support Blogs4Borders button. And remember, until next week, be vigilant, be vocal, and be unrelenting. We've got a country to save.